Downtown Houston, Minute Maid Park, the home of the Astros, but for this most unusual 2020 postseason, a part of the so-called Texas bubble, a neutral site for the Marlins and the Braves, one of which will advance with a chance to move on and play for a National League pennant. We have highlighted Brian Anderson. Last 7 games against the Braves have been big. Anderson was 3 for 4 with an RBI yesterday.
Well, he's doing everything a pitcher could do. First of all, they don't hit extra base hits off him. He gets left-hand hitters out. He has 3 quality pitches.
And here they are down 0-1 to the Braves. And a swing and a miss. Ian Anderson starts his second postseason start with a strikeout. Pitching with 1 gone to start the ball game. And he rings up birdie strikeouts in the first 2 at-bats for Anderson today. Into right field, an opposite field base hit for Jesus Aguilar. His first hit of the series after an 0 for 5 opener yesterday. And he loses him on ball 4.
Don't do it that way. That's why he gets great spin on it.
First pitch to Garrett Cooper is sent out to right field, and the opposite field line drive gets him out of any further difficulty. Couple of strikeouts, 2 left stranded. Underway in Houston with the Marlins scoreless and the Braves coming to bat. Starts with Ronald Acuna Jr. literally and figuratively. Last 6 games against the Marlins have been big.
Not what happened yesterday, what happened today. That's his first career postseason start. That's what he has done during the season. This guy's really, by Marlins standards, a seasoned veteran.
0-2 to Ronald Acuna, and Lopez makes quick work of him on the changeup. 1 gone.
You got a chance, and that's what's happening here.
Freeman on a couple of sharp hops for Cooper. To Lopez covering for out number 2. On the ground for Anderson. Double clutches a couple times, still with plenty of time to get Ozuna, and a neat tidy 1-2-3 start to the afternoon for Pablo Lopez. Off to a good start as he strikes out Matt Joyce.
One thing you find out in the big leagues, bad defense will show up and it'll bite you.
And a wave and a miss by Sierra. 4 early strikeouts for the rookie right-hander. A couple of scoreless innings have started the afternoon. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-2 to Albies is bounced out to first for Cooper.
He installs, and you see infielders get better and guys maintain. It's just as important to maintain your skills as it is to get better.
Swanson with a drive out to left field. That ball well hit. Dickerson looking up, and that one is gone. Second of this postseason for Dansby Swanson. Two-out homer by Dansby Swanson, breaking open the scoreboard this afternoon. Payoff pitch home to Duvall. Did he check it? Yes, he did. That's ball 4 to Adam, but he's still standing in the batter's box. Duvall sends a ball out to right field. That one's got a chance. Joyce back at the wall, and he makes the catch just in front of the fence. Fly ball revolution. It's a real thing. And a swing and a miss. That's 5. First time through the order for Ian Anderson.
Well, this is all by design. It started quite a few years ago, and they knew who they were. Another good changeup, Jimmy.
For the Cardinals, when ducks were on the pond, that's
off a good pitcher.
Have good pitching.
That's off the fist and into the opposite corner for Nick Markakis. Takes a tricky carom for Dickerson, turns into an easy leadoff double in the Atlanta third. Acuna waits next. Here's the 0-2 to Riley, and Lopez strikes him out on 3 pitches. Right at the start of your career, as consistently as a player like Acuna has been, what a privilege. And Lopez strikes him out again, trying not to strand a leadoff double to 1-2. And Freeman hits it on the ground. It's smothered by Birdie to his feet to first to save a run. A fantastic play by the veteran John Birdie.
And have all 4 guys see who calls it.
Right.
See who doesn't. You see Freeman come in and take control of that.
And that's an extra base hit into the corner off the bat of Brian Anderson as he waited out a breaking ball, and the Marlins have a one-out base runner in scoring position in the top of the fourth. 3-2 pitch is hit in the air out to shallow center field. In medium center is where Acuna makes the catch, and Anderson's got a hold at second. Trying to pick up a 2-out now base runner at second, and Joyce sends a fly ball into left. Swanson, Riley, and now Duvall to retire the side and strand that double. So a leadoff double stranded in the bottom of the third, a one-out double stranded here in the top of the fourth for the Braves.
Yeah, sometimes a subtraction is a good addition and may allow you to do other things.
You know, or yeah, I don't know if you'd force him, but oh boy.
That ball doesn't have a chance to stick around. Another homer in the series for Travis d'Arnaud. Little support I could lend, I back you up on it. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. Into the shift, we'll give you a little hint, goes the Swanson line drive.
Umpires have to be aware of.
Seventh pitch of the at bat, and Rojas strikes out on it.
To Mike Mussina. So they used their number 3 pick overall on Ian Anderson at his first year in the minor leagues. They gave him that changeup. It looks like he's had it all along.
Boy,
he's thrown 18 today, 16 for strikes.
Twice. In a 60-game season, he had 2 3-homer games. One against the Marlins, and that one kicks off Anderson's glove. Duvall is aboard to open the home fifth. You can't put the beer league rover out there in short right. And now look, a lot of the fans have advanced is the count to Austin Riley, who struck out with a runner at second to start the third. And he strikes out with a runner at first. 2 gone. Perhaps getting ready if Freddie Freeman hits this inning. That won't be needed.
Wow. That's impressive.
A big strikeout by Pablo Lopez.
You know, like that would have been a legal shift catching the ball there. He had a foot on the dirt and he wasn't too far over.
That one finds a hole, a base hit for Birdie with 1 gone. Posted his lowest career strikeout rate this season. But he goes down swinging here. 2 away for Anderson. Postseason, and a guy that Buck Showalter is very familiar with.
It's a tough call here. You know, you bring him in against a guy you know they won't pinch hit for.
Birdie stolen 9 bases in 11 attempts. There he goes, got a huge jump, and it comes in and hits Anderson.
Yeah, that was some alert base running. I mean,
3 balls and a strike to Cooper. And O'Day loses him on ball 4. So we will see the very matchup that Brian Snitker and the Braves were so desperately trying to avoid. And on the first pitch, a bouncer up the line for Freeman. And the bases are left loaded in the top of the 6th.
That's a little bit of a bullet dodge right there.
Ooh, I'll say.
And he'll hand the ball to the left-hander Richard Blyer.
You know a little about this guy, Buck.
Yeah, he's a guy we had, and they acquired him from Baltimore. Really gutsy pitcher. Hard sinker.
Center field off the bat of Freddie Freeman, 1 gone.
Leave him out there for the guys in between, and turn the switch hitters around too. Another ground ball, and let's go in.
A very quick inning by Richard Blyer.
Brian Snitker trusts him to get either lefties or righties out. There's his numbers, pretty impressive.
And Matzik struck out all 3 he faced yesterday.
Wow.
He struck out all 4 he's faced in the series.
Rojas didn't agree with that.
Well, a lot of that's off the previous at bat. He had a pitch that would have been ball 4 that he didn't like. This is a continuation.
Prospect with Milwaukee. He was one of the big compensation pieces, as a matter of fact. Flagged down by Riley on a tough hop, and they get a speedy runner for out number 2. Well played.
That's exactly how Ron Washington teaches that. If you stay back on that ball, he know how he overcame the yips, because I've never really seen it, Jim.
Wallach sends the ball into the opposite corner. That could be trouble. Markakis is just shy of the wall to put it away and retire the side. An all-star back in 2015 when he saved a career best 41 games with the Rays, and Wash has seen it all before.
You know, they put a premium on defense. I actually, even though he just struck out, they feed off of that, and all of a sudden it happens in a game. It's like second nature.
What a great opportunity to see how that's done. Nice inning by Boxberger.
A very quick 1-2-3 frame with a couple of strikeouts. For no pitcher is wipeout slider more accurate than for Will Smith. And his first pitch hit back up the middle is mishandled by Dansby Swanson. A rare mishandling, might I add. And Corey Dickerson is aboard to start the 8th. Will Smith has been outstanding this postseason for Atlanta. His next pitch, John Birdie sends a little flare out to right. Markakis has it drop in. And on 2 pitches, they get the out at second base.
Wow, what a play.
Markakis stayed with it and threw out Dickerson. Boy, that looked awfully close down there. And he strikes out Jesus Aguilar.
There's the pitch you talked about, Matty.
And a comebacker for Smith. Strands a base runner. Another scoreless postseason inning for a real bullpen weapon. And Brandon Kinsler, the former all-star closer, will try to hold the deficit at 2 and give the Marlins a chance in the 9th. It's a base hit, sharply hit back up the middle for Riley.
Next thing you know, that little cut fastball, he's got 50-some saves.
1-2. Oh, and they get him for a 4th time today.
Got him at the top of the zone that time, it looked like.
It was added to the staff when Eric Young opted out over COVID concerns earlier this year. And Freddie serves a little looper out to shallow center field. It carries to Brinson to retire the side. One last crack for the Marlins to try to avoid going down 0-2 in the series.
Mark Melancon, as you see his record this year, 11 out of 13 in saves. Most relievers that come in and go right to the set position.
Pitches to a lot of weak contact, kind of like that.
Just a little chopper for Swanson. The Marlins are down to their final 2 outs today. 2-0 lead, and those teams go on to win 88% of the time in a best of 5. And the Marlins are down to their final out today. Back up the middle for Albies. And the Atlanta Braves have become just the 3rd team in Major League history to spin 3 shutouts through their first 4 postseason games in a year. The 1966 Orioles and the 05 New York Giants.